There's a lot of Batman fans out there nowadays who really want to see the next Batman game. And I'm not even talking about necessarily Batman Arkham game, but there are a lot of people nowadays who want to see the next Batman game in general, right? Because I think it's because the Batman Arkham series put Batman on such a high pedestal that I think that game series is what got a lot of people, and I mean millions of people, into this character in the first place. And first of all, that just speaks to how well of a job Rocksteady and WB Games Montreal did on creating their games respectively. And yes, I know that there is Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League coming out, in the Batman Arkham universe, but today I wanted to talk about something that I was kind of thinking about this, and I think that making a Batman game in this day and age would be so hard to make, actually. And today I want to cover the reasons why I believe that. And if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you drop a thumbs up. Make sure you guys subscribe for more content. We're trying to get to 500 subs. And without further ado, let's get into my reasons. My first reason, and this is like the biggest reason why it's hard to make a Batman game, is because of the expectations of what a Batman game is. The Arkham series put Batman on such a high pedestal, and I think that's partly why Gotham Knights failed. And I want you guys to think about this for a second, right? Let's say the Arkham franchise never existed, but Gotham Knights still came out when it did in 2022. Would you guys look at the game as poorly as you do? I want you to think about that through an honest lens and actually ask yourself that question. To this day, I've never beaten Gotham Knights. I can say that honestly. I've played some of it. It's not as bad of a game, I don't think, as people make it out to be. However, I understand the criticism for it. And I genuinely believe this in my heart. If Gotham Knights was the only game that existed for, Batman in recent times, and there was no Batman Arkham games to begin with, I don't think the game would receive as much criticism as it does overall. But because the Arkham games do exist, it's easy for us to criticize based off the fact that Batman Arkham Knight, the latest Batman Arkham game, came out in 2015, 6.5 years ago, for God's sake. And the combat in that game is so much better than Gotham Knights. Everything about it, the overall graphics and the appeal in the game, the Batmobile control and everything is so much better compared to Gotham Knights. And I think when you take a look at even Batman Arkham Asylum, that game has better combat, in my opinion, than Gotham Knights. And I'm not even saying Gotham Knights combat's bad. I don't think it's great. I think it's just a little bit repetitive. And it's either too easy or way too hard. There doesn't really seem to be much in between. Now, I'm getting off track, but you understand the point that I'm trying to make here. And so, in conclusion to that point, I think that there would just be so much pressure to live up to the Batman Arkham series. And if it doesn't live up to that, then I think a lot of people are going to perceive the game as trash, and it's going to make the game sales overall tank. Now, this next point's going to seem a little bit weird, but I want you guys to stay with me on this one. And it's the fact that if anyone was to make a new Batman game, I think it would be somewhat difficult to continue the Batman and Joker relationship due to the fact that when Rocksteady and WB Games Montreal made the Batman Arkham games, their whole games were always surrounded by Batman and Joker. Even in Batman Arkham Knight, when Joker's dead, they still found a way to kind of make the game about the Joker, even more than the main villains to begin with. And I think if you include the basic duo of Batman and Joker, that's kind of the safe option for people who have never been introduced to Batman media. Batman and Joker's kind of the go-to for those kinds of people. But because the Arkham series, overused Joker so much, it's going to kind of kill it for the hardcore fans who are interested in playing a new Batman game. They want something different besides just the Joker. They want more inclusion of Penguin, Two-Face, they want Prometheus in the game. They want other villains that were not used in the Arkham series. Now, the last point I kind of wanted to make in this video, and again, this one's going to seem a little bit weird. It doesn't matter as much maybe to other people, but I think to some people this would also matter, and that's the voice acting. And I don't want to keep referring to the Arkham series, but that is the standard when it comes to Batman games, so I'm going to keep referring to it. But the voice acting in those games were absolutely phenomenal. Voice actors like Mark Hamill for the Joker, and I understand I made the point of no Joker in a future Arkham or a future Batman game, but at the same time, Joker should still be a part of a future Batman game, but it's hard to incorporate him without the fans getting frustrated. and, unfortunately, rest in peace, but Kevin Conroy's passing, it's going to be difficult to have a new Batman without people getting upset that there's a different Batman in the picture, because you're not going to get Christian Bale voicing that. Whoever voices that, I don't think will get the respect they deserve, and again, it might have a negative effect on game sales if Kevin Conroy's not voicing the Joker, or excuse me, the Batman. And I understand this might seem like a stupid point that voice acting, whoever's the best actor should be playing Batman and Joker or whoever's in these games, and if they're doing a good job, then it shouldn't matter. But to some people, the nostalgia factor absolutely matters, and I don't know if people are going to want to buy a game that doesn't have the OG Batman video game voice actors. But that's just a couple reasons I could think of. If you guys have any more add-ons to this list, or maybe reasons why it'd be easy to make a Batman game, I could do a video like that as well. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys like to see. Make sure you guys subscribe for more content, and I hope you guys have an amazing day. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!